Right then. Good morning, folks. Morning. Hopefully we're all doing well here. Yeah, welcome back to UBOAT. We are on our third session, our third consecutive session on the same campaign, which I think is like a new record or something for us. Yeah, we're currently patrolling just really off the west coast of Ireland at the moment, intercepting anybody coming through the western approaches towards the United Kingdom. As of this moment in our patrol, we have sunk, I think, 7 merchant ships as part of an ON convoy transporting some rare materials. We let a Swedish ship egress from the AO as a matter of fact of being neutral shipping. We have no gripe with the Swedish, so we didn't engage their shipping. But Norway and England, we sunk merchant ships from both of them. Hopefully we're all doing well. I must apologise in advance. There's a little bit of construction work going on in the next door neighbour's house. Oh, Biggs, thank you.
Let's sink some convos.
Thank you very much, sir. Bloody hell, we're not even off the the welcome screen. You're already dropping in the donation there. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to be doing just continuing our patrol. Chances are that the Admiralty is going to send us another message with regards to objectives inside our sector, destroying the cargo ship Empire Lorenz was, I believe, our previous objective. So if we get a secondary marker, then that should be great. But we have expended a lot of torpedoes, and we've really expended our torpedo supply in a big way. So yeah, it was quite interesting. We've got a lot of tonnage sunk. If I remember from memory here, we're going after the Armoured Conning Tower as our upgrade. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Hello. Welcome. Trying again after the Great Crash? No, we're on a new run. The Great Crash happened and we lost everything on that. That said, actually, there's probably a preparation that I can make on the stream on my end here. So just bear with me a moment. Otherwise, things could potentially get... In fact, no, it should be fine. It's quite cold today. I genuinely think the problem before was one of overheating, so I'm going to be mindful of the fact that if my PC gets too hot, I'm going to activate emergency heating countermeasures in the form of just taking the side of the case off. It's got like a side glass panel, and the radiator mount for the radiator is right next to that glass panel, and glass loves heat. It's sort of an oversight on the design of the case, and so this glass side panel absorbs all of this heat and doesn't dissipate it, and it means that the radiator then can't shift the hot air that is, all the heat that is now all around it as a result of this glass panel conducting the heat so well. And then everything else just starts to heat up. So I think last time with the game trying to render all the water physics, and everything like that, because even though it doesn't look it, it's actually quite a CPU intensive game, this. I'd also like to apologise beforehand. I forgot to turn this back up to 60 FPS, so this will be a 30 FPS stream. I've got to be honest, that's a question for you guys in chat. Is 60 FPS that much of a boon for you? Thank you very much there, Elf. In my testing last night, a couple of people may have obviously watched Armour last night, and they'll notice the VODs are gone, just for the simple fact that I didn't actually show you any gameplay. I sat in the map screen and then lagged and died for both missions. We won 144. Basically, my argument for using 60 FPS is that obviously it's very smooth in certain games, but do you really notice if it's not like a shooter like Counter-Strike or like League or something like that? Like in a game like U-Boat, you don't really need 60 FPS. I very comfortably have 60 FPS. I think in the top right here I've got a 128. Let me move you over to the capture window. There we go, that should lock in. But my FPS counter is about 100 here on the menu. And then when we get into the game it will be about 50, 60. My argument is that Armour 3... in particular, when we play it on a Sunday, and I might play it this Thursday as well, it's quite draining on the CPU, and the more CPU OBS takes up, the less CPU there is to handle tasks in Armour, and just something as simple as keeping the same bitrate, keeping the same encoder, but switching from 30 to 60 FPS or vice versa. I use about 50% of my CPU at 60 FPS and about 20% of it at 30 FPS. So it's like, it's one of those ones. Yeah, it's sort of the reward versus the resources used, which is interesting. 30 FPS is fine. We care seeing you play, not watching how cool the game is, I suppose. So yeah, we're going to be on 30 FPS for a little while. Also, that has a double boon as well, because of the fact that Twitch, in their infinite wisdom, doesn't give, if you're running a 1080p 60 FPS Twitch stream, they don't give people the option of watching 1080p 30 FPS, which I remember closed the door for a few people with regards to watching at full quality. Like, some people don't have good enough internet to watch a 1080p 60 FPS stream. They just don't. They come from areas that maybe don't have access to that level of internet. And as a result of that, they couldn't watch the streams at high quality. But now, in having a 30 FPS 1080p stream, it's only a 1080p 30 FPS option, which should open that door to more people now, which is great. I'm watching in 160p. Thank you, Roy Sheen. Right. So dedication there. Is this just one big blurry pixel for you at the moment? Right, okay, so let's go back to the sandbox then. As it is, we are in the Northeast Atlantic, as I say, in Sector AL on patrol. Although it says we're in Sector FG, although I know for a fact we're in Sector AL. But yeah, we're going to load in, and we're going to get to work. So as of this moment in time, our total ships sunk is something like, it's closer to like 20. I'm not sure the exact number, there's no real way to check, but it's closer to 20 than anything else. There's also 4 corvettes that we've sunk in a mix of torpedoing and using the deck guns, which is nice. The corvettes were pretty fucking useless in defending that convoy. Their guns just weren't big enough, and their ships just weren't complicated enough. You'd need, like, destroyers, proper FFGs and DDs. Or proper FFs or DDs, not Gs, not guided missiles. They're not going to help me here. I don't even think they had guided missiles back then. But yeah, like, there's really nothing that they've got that can hamper me here. I've got a problem with Sunderlands. Really, the Sunderlands are the only threat to me at the moment. Which, I've got to be honest, Captain, I think it's Captain Hertegroj, he's doing a very good job at shooting down Sunderlands at the minute. I don't think I'm going to use the deck gun. I know people recommend me use the deck gun, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Hello, Poismus. How you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so here we go. New contact. Flower-class corvette. I think I sunk all of these. Yep. These are all like wrecks of ships. They're all under the water. There's nothing going on there. We're going to move back here to the western approaches, and then patrol down and around here. As of this moment in time, everything is looking pretty grand. We need to rest some of the crew members from the looks of things. So Elf is on navigation. We're going to get Elf to quickly come over here and switch us back to daylight running if he can. Is the option there? For some reason, Elf and the option for daylight running isn't there. Leave position. Come here. Get us back to daylight running. Turn it to white light. There we go. White light running. Fantastic. Get yourself back onto navigation there, please, Elf, my man. There we go. It's going to come up now. In terms of our secondary crew positions, Captain's getting some rest. Sean is getting some rest. Nemeth is on the engines. He's full of love. He's ready to go. Our blind mechanic, Nemeth. In all other regards, we're okay. Compressed air reserves are full. The armoured conning tower will be done in 3 days, which is good. We've got 139,000 credits as a result of sinking that tonnage, which is great. Villadren, thank you very much for the 23 months, sir. Thank you very much. Nearly a blue bear, a big blue. So congratulations, sir. Thank you. Okay. So in terms of morale at the moment, fatigue is a bit of an interesting one. How are we doing for food in the galley here, Nemeth? Let's have a quick look down in the galley. The food in the galley is holding true. There's plenty of food in there. I've got some bread and I've got some bacon left, or some preserved pork. Outside of that, I've not got much else, so I need to be mindful of how much is in the galley. The deck gun itself has 5 rounds of armour piercing, 12 rounds of HE, 5 flares, which is alright. Apart from that, all is good. So we're currently running at ahead 2/3, 10 knots on the surface. Weather's fine. We've currently got a couple of basic officers of the watch up here on this, just using binoculars, not using the UZO. They're keeping a general vicinity around the submarine clear. What I could probably do is just tuck my chin below the water here and get the hydrophone working, just for the sake of finding out what's around here. So let's take it down to periscope depth and use the hydrophone for a little bit. Dive, take us down to periscope depth. All of the crew are going to come off the roof here. We're not going to run down at like an alarm or anything like that. We're just going to run normally. It's just a casual dive. And then we're going to use the hydrophone up on the top here. Or I believe this is our special hydrophone at the moment. We've got a this weird like ball and like thing here. This is our new hydrophone system. It's incredibly sensitive, and it gives us a really good view in all directions except like 60 degrees behind us. So that's fantastic. It's a really sensitive hydrophone. Okay. Let's see here. Is anybody spinning the valves? Has anybody spun the valves? Yep, somebody spanned the valves because our buoyancy's going down. We'll get Elf off of navigation to use the hydrophone. Down we go. Switching to the electric engines, that's fine. Right then, let us have a quick go on the listening room there, please, Elf. I just want you to have a listen around us and see if there are any hostiles to be aware of. Take us down to ahead 1/3. Just so we've got a clear sonar signature. And let's have a listen. So, new contact. We've got a single propeller noise behind us. Interesting. The Empire. There's the Empire Lantern group over there. I wonder what that single propeller contact is. Propeller would be ship. Although, actually, propeller noise could be aircraft, because that's moving at a hell of a speed. I think that could potentially be a Sunderland. Look at the speed that's moving. That's got to be a Sunderland, doesn't it? That is 100% a Sunderland. Can I use the radar detector from this deep? I don't think I can. No. Hydrophone. Take us back up and we'll use the radar. In fact, yeah, take us back up and we'll use the radar detector. And then we'll go from there. Why does Cypher have to get out of bed to come and spin the fucking valves? Oh well. Propeller noise. Radar detector. Low air reserves. Brilliant. Sorry I won't be active in chat. I'm playing Victoria too. No worries, Royshin. Switch to diesel engines. That's fine. Nemec, just come down here for me and run the diesel compressor. Elf, let's get you up on the roof here. Take 2 extra officers of the watch with you. And let's go and try and spot this aircraft, if it is in fact an aircraft. Interesting. It's time for the 18th century Opium War. Or the 18th Opium War, yeah. There we go. Everybody's up and about. Visibility's good. It's a Flower class Corvette. This will be one from before. This will be the one that was tracking us. I could try and engage him. To be honest, there's probably no harm in that. What's our torpedo room looking like, Cypher? What's the rear torpedo tube looking like? No fires left in the rear torpedo tube. What about up the front? I want to save my torpedoes, potentially. I've only got 4 torpedoes, 2 T1s, 2 T2s. We could engage this guy with the deck gun. Which could be quite interesting. An unknown Corvette. Warship spotted. He's on his own, but I need to save my torpedoes for potential merchant ships, and a Corvette is small fry. We're going to just move away. Chances are he's not going to see us. If he does come after us, then we'll deal with that as and when it happens. Bring us up to ahead 2/3. 10 knots. Let's just leave the AO. Yeah, nothing he can do. He's just a wet sock compared to me. No bother. There we go. Back out on the open sea. Discipline's going back up again, which is fine. Let's get Elf back off the roof and down to navigation. There you go, son. Right then. Fantastic. Blade says, good morning, Q. PC behaving today? Or just what happened last night during Armour? Well, the problem last night during Armour, for the people that care to know, I went into I was on the task manager, the performance tab of the task manager that tells you about, obviously, everything. And I was noticing that, like, despite having 32 gigabytes of RAM, just having OBS and Stream open was maxing, was like 72% of my system memory, which didn't make sense because it was using about like 8 gig, 10 gig. So I have a look a little bit deeper, and like something to do with how my RAM cards are governed has completely shat its pants. And 16 gigabytes, so half of my 32 gigabytes of RAM, has been reserved for hardware-only use. And for some reason it's running at an abysmal clock speed of like 1067. And it's like, well, there's your problem. Right, and so what I did was I flashed the BIOS, which initially broke my PC. I couldn't get it to post after I flashed the BIOS. But taking out all of the RAM sticks and then reintroducing them to the system one by one got a successful post. And so far I've not really had any issues. At the minute we're holding here in UBOAT with 92 FPS, which again should be alright. Again, hopefully you're not getting too much lag on your end here as I spin the camera around. It's a little bit jerky, but such is the nature. Armour being Armour, maybe streaming at FPS 60 FPS didn't help, yeah. You also slept like utter crap. Oh no, Blade. Oh no. Well, hopefully you have a better day, sir. Right, Sean, once you're up and awake, we shall get you to, oh, chimney smoke. Let's run it around. Chimney smoke, Elf, that's going to be on you. Get us to a head standard. Get up on the roof. Take 2 officers of the watch with you. Let's have a look here. We're spinning round. Let's see what that was. Ah, man, just crap to hear, mate. Hope it gets sorted. Hopefully it's sorted now, but kind of hard to say. You've been sleeping with a stuffed nose and constant coughing. 'Tis the season. Winter is on the way. Yeah. Is the time for block noses. Bloody hell. U-boat drift. Deja vu indeed. Right. So our watchman here. God, that guy's moving at a hell of a pace. Give me a head full. Get an extra man in the engine room to help him out. Give me a head flank. Chimney smoke, North Atlantic. These guys are moving at a hell of a pace. Look how fast these guys are going. Two freighters moving like the clappers. Okay, well, we'll warm up some torpedoes for these guys. Merchant ships are the ones we need to sink. Okay. We're going to need all of our crew ready for this one. 11 kilometers. We're going to run on the surface as far as we can. There they are. Right, so we're in alarm state, which means Elf, or Captain, let's get you to run us to red light running, just so that our discipline doesn't drain quite as quickly. Captain could probably do with more rest. I won't get him out of bed until he absolutely needs to. Probably be easier to sleep with the red light on, to be honest. It's 5:20 in the evening, 2nd of July 1941. 2 merchant ships transiting at high speed. Kind of hard to know. But no, they're not transiting that quickly. Need to be mindful of the fact that they could be warships. Elf, let's, not warships, but like armed merchant ships. It'd be helpful if you actually looked at them, Elf. That would be grand. They're somewhere over here, bearing 060, somewhere over there. Maybe a bit more. There they are. 2 sets of merchant ships. Looks like the same vessel for each. Doing fine. Buoyancy's good. That'll be researched in 2 days. Okay. They are using binocular-shaped hands, that's it. Everybody knows that. All speed ahead, Captain. Do you see any whales? I'm hungry. There are no whales on the surface, sadly. We can prep 2 torpedoes to go on these guys. I'll send my last T2s, I think. And then we'll go from there. Okay. The element of surprise is important here. So what I'm going to do, we are currently 7 kilometers from the targets. Chances are they won't have seen us. We'll go a little bit closer and then we'll dive. This thing can really move on the surface, like 18 knots on the surface. Yeah, like most merchant ships would dream of that in this era, which is great. It's just because it's such a sleek sort of profile, and you know, twin screws. Like this thing can haul ass. It's great. So far, so good. German flag flapping in the breeze. Right. What we're going to do to reduce our visibility, we're going to run down to deck awash. Deck awash, please. Take people a few minutes just to get down off the watchtower here. Brilliant, turning the ballast tanks, which is fine. So we're going to run with the deck below the waterline, which is okay. If I could research a snorkel, that would be fantastic. Because then I've got the opportunity to, well, you know, run the diesel engines at periscope depth, which would be fantastic. We've got a little bit of negative buoyancy, not all the way negative. Holding it about there, or no? There we go, the guys are coming down. We're running at deck awash. So that means we've just got the conning tower above the water. That will allow air and things to get in and still allow us to run the diesels. Somehow. Somehow still allow us to run the diesels. But it will mean that we're able to keep up our high pursuit speed without being too visible. Because now we've pretty much halved our visibility, which is great. Right, in terms of visibility, Elf is on the periscope, which I don't need too much help with. Captain's going to be ready to go very shortly. Sean, let's get you, first of all, on the radio, just in case there's any commands coming in. Oh, bloody hell, I've like freed the camera. How did I do that? Help. Let me back. There we go. Don't know how I did that. Were there any commands on the radio? We're out of range, supposedly. No, transport spotted. We'll radio that in. Brilliant. Nothing like that. Okay, let's get on the hydrophone then, please. Nothing we can discern there. Again, apologies if there's any noise. Thank you very much there, Warp Strike, for the many bits. Which of Her Royal Majesty's ships do you fear the most? Ooh. And any kind of destroyer is a problem for us. Battleships and things aren't that big of an issue. Like, they're a good target, but they can't really threaten us. We're more manoeuvrable than they are. But destroyers, any destroyer class. Corvettes are wet. Don't need to worry about corvettes. But destroyers are a big issue for sure. So we're on the radar detector at the moment, not the hydrophone. That is fine. Let's go all the way down and continue the pursuits. Periscope depth, take us down. We'll switch to the electric engines, which is great. All ahead, full on the electrics, please. New contact, propeller noise. Yep, I know. Or a new contact. That'll be that Flower class Corvette. That's how good our fucking chin sonar is. I love it. The ships are just ahead of us. We're making 10 knots, so we are closing. There they are. Okay, Elf, go and get some sleep, son. You've done well enough. Captain, take over on the attack periscope, please. Right, let's start servicing the targets then. Sean, I want you to work on the furthest. And Captain, I want you to work on the closest. So A and B for Sean. And the skipper, vice versa. It's a Norwegian ship, the NA-1. It's 2 NA-1 class ships from both the British and Norwegian navies. Both are targets. Brilliant. Okay, solutions are good. Let's get ready. We need to fire on the A class first, so we're going to fire on this one. Select the A class. Ready torpedo. T1s are being preheated, but the T2s are ready to go. Flood tube 4. And we'll fire tube 4. The T2s are ready, so let's send them. Right. So, fire tube 4. Brilliant. Okay. So, tube 4 is away. That's going to hopefully intercept that guy. It's on a pretty good course, to be honest. And these T2 torpedoes, whilst they're slow, they are very quiet. And we're not actually that big of a distance from the target, although we kind of are. So once this reaches the halfway mark, we shall flood tube 1. Or we could flood tube 1 in preparation. Let's do it. On the Empire Longford. Let's flood tube 1. And then we'll wait for this torpedo to be a bit closer before we send this one. Roughly the halfway mark. Tube 1 flooded, aye? We've only got 2 torpedoes left. We'll have to save those for an objective if we can. Otherwise, if we have to sink another ship, then we're bang in trouble. Let's quickly change Nemet over. Nemet, you've done a good job on the engines for me. Swap out and get Cypher down there with a little bit of help, just so we can run up to the speed. Hydrophone is improving now that we've slowed down, but there's no real need. When it says torpedo has covered half the distance, we fire tube 1. Should be any second. Come on. There we go. Torpedo covered half the distance. And then what we'll do, we'll set a slightly more close quarters intercept course so that if we need to surface and finish them off with some HE from the deck guns, we can. Doesn't look like our half the distance call out was quite accurate. This one is going to hit long before this one does. Strange. Should have just eyeballed it, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there to Drake. Hello. Ooh, 4 months. I think I've definitely become settled in the asylum. That you have, sir. That you have. The 2 torpedoes away. Going out on this Norwegian ship first. 40 seconds to impact. So far, our attack vector is good. He is not maneuvering. He doesn't know this is coming. 30 seconds, aye. Yeah, this one's going to probably miss, to be honest, because of the fact this guy's going to go evasive. Okay, my strategy on half the distance did not work. 20 seconds. No alarms yet. 10 seconds, no alarms. It's a T2, so it's very quiet. There we go, covered half the distance. Oh, we broke his nose off. Oh my god, we snapped him in half like a twig. Jesus. Good god. He is out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Not real Levy, thank you very much. This guy might be changing his course. Get some emotes, baby. Thank you very much there, Real Levy. Cheers, man. God, that was outrageous. That's a dead boy. Yeah, that really is. This guy's making maneuvers now. Will he have enough time to get out of the way of this T2? 40 seconds to impact. It's coming his way. He's turning into it. If he was turning away, he might get away. I don't think he realises where that torpedo came from. He's starting to turn south if he can, but I don't think it's going to save him. It's gonna. I think this is a hit. He's trying to accelerate. Oh no, this is dead to rights, I think. Merchant ships are incredibly slow to respond to movement orders. Yeah, he was trying to turn south, but it's not helped him. It's going in, same spot as the other one. Will we blow his nose off? I think we did. Bloody hell! Well, they clearly don't make those ships very well. Empire Longford has been sunk. Let's get the radio operator ready. Oh, there we go. Radio operator. Bring us up to the surface. Sank like a lead balloon, and they just spat a fucking buoy out. Empire Longford has been sunk, and so did the Sirius. We send the report for 10,000 because it's 2 5,000 scores, which is fantastic. Brilliant. 2 merchant ships engaged and destroyed. Some more tonnage. Up we come. Low air reserves. Right. Cypher, bring us over to here. Just run the diesel compressor for me. Just while the rest of the crew are sleeping. Sean, you can go and get some rest now. Skipper's doing a good job. Skipper, bring us up to the roof, please. Go on the targeting site on the roof. Take your time, like. Let's go and investigate what those ships had in cargo then. Give me a head. Yep, a head standard. No, a head 2/3 and turn us in. Brilliant. We're now up on the surface. 2 bits of wreckage. Total water depth here is 3,000 meters. So we're not diving down to those wrecks. Those are firmly out of our grasp. Right, up we go. Fantastic. Turning in on the wreckages. Both sunk below the waves. Oh, that's fantastic. We owned them. We really owned them. Machine gun the survivors. Jesus Christ. Don't think we'll do that. Any lifeboats? There was 1 lifeboat. Oh no, there's a couple of lifeboats actually. Somehow. 1, 2, 3 lifeboats for that ship. And I'm guessing 3 for this one? 1, 2, 3 for this one. They've both dropped some containers, some wooden containers. So we'll go and help ourselves to them. So accelerate time a little bit as we come in close. Containers hopefully not drifting away. Well, it says they've sunk, but we'll get there. Right then, as we get closer. Head 1/3. Let's slow it down. There we go, coming past you boys here. Right, Skipper. There are some wooden boxes somewhere in this water. Unless they have sunk and I've missed them. Kind of hard to know for real, to be honest. I guess I missed them? Strange. They were there. What about the other guys? They still have their boats. Or their containers, so let's do that. Just drive past these guys. It's a shame that there isn't any, like, interaction between, like, them and us. Half speed. Like, it's a shame that I can't, like, take prisoners or anything. I don't think I can sink them, I've got to be honest. What the fuck was that? That scared the shit out of me. It was the fucking outboard. I thought that was a Sunderland. Oh my god. Oh. That scared me to death. Jesus Christ. Aliens. Philadelphia experiment confirmed. Jesus. Call in XCOM, that's right. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to check what the other merchant ship had, because frankly, if it had food, yeah. I'm not going to say no there. Oh, Climo, enjoyed the Banished VOD the other day. Glad to see it return. Also, when did Q become a competent sea captain? I don't know. I don't know. It's all a lie. It's all a ruse. Call me Bolson. Right, let's see. These containers haven't quite sunk yet, which is great. Ahead 1/3, please, skipper. Let's have a look and see what's in these boxes. Empty. And empty. Fuck all. Right. Let's continue our patrol then. There's nothing else for us here. That's that Flower class corvette from before. We're going to come back over here, like. Seems to be a lot of the merchant ships are transiting this way, so it's likely that they're hooking north out of Belfast Harbour and coming down here like this. So we're going to go slightly further north. Excuse me, lads. Ahead 2/3. Let me just push you guys out the way. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Pretty much everyone's resting here. Herto, might as well go and get some sleep. Elf, get yourself a navigation. You're fully rested. We do need somebody on the engines, so get on the diesels there. Did you turn the diesel compressor off? Yeah, you turned the diesel compressor off, which is fair enough. Right then. So let's run away from this area, as there's no need for us to stay, really. Fantastic. Visibility's great. It's 10 minutes past 6 in the evening here. Right. I'm so glad my day off is Monday too at Longleaf, Quebec. Yeah. It's nice. It's nicer not having to work Mondays. Proper Garfield. Right. We've got to travel 2,250 kilometres inside this patrol sector. That's that ON convoy. That's not part of our primary mission, so we're not going to bother with it. We don't have to sink the whole bloody convoy, just the target ship. Now becoming night time, which is okay. Fuel usage is more than fine. No real need to stress the crew out here. Varied dishes. How are we doing for food here? Just get Cypher to check the galley. How are we doing? Plenty of food on board. Good variety. Probably just top up our reserve of meat in there. Oh no, bollocks, he wants to go and sort the torpedoes out. No, you're an engine man. Get over there. Brilliant. Okay, it's a dark night here. We're going to get the captain up on the roof, just to make sure that we don't get whacked by any Sunderlands. Take an extra watch officer up there as we go into the small hours of the morning. If they're using radar to detect us, they will find us, so we need to be mindful of that. Right, no eyes on any hostiles, or no chimney smoke or anything like that. It's 20 past 6 in the morning now, sun's coming up. Let's go for a hydrophone dip. Let's go to periscope depth, and let's see if we can find any hostiles on the hydrophone, as we've got a very sensitive hydrophone. Will run us down to ahead 1/3 in an attempt to increase our detection. There we go. Come and spin the tanks for me, please, Cypher. Let's see here. It's nice being able to catch your streams, is what I meant. Oh, right. I couldn't possibly imagine that. Oh no, glad to see you, Petra. Sorry about XCOM. Can you sail to the Northern Sea? Yes, you can. You can sail everywhere in this Code Coffee. It's just you've got to go where the Admiralty wants you, though. There is a free roam, but there's not much point in that. You might as well do missions for the sake of reputation, get an extra crew and things. Buoyancy's going down, and so are we. We switch into the electrics now. Electric engines, fantastic. Down below the surface of the water. Sean, go to the hydrophone, grab yourself some help, because it's going to be a bit interesting here. In fact, while we're at it, Elf, switch us back to daylight running. There really is no need for us to be in this state, as it were. No real bother with us being below the water here. Right. Our hydrophone. Oh. Big fish. Little fish cardboard box. Right. We've got a target to intercept. Kind of hard to know where exactly. 200 kilometers behind us. Okay, not bad. So we've got another large merchant convoy transiting this sector. I've only got 2 torpedoes, so we'll have to see if there's any targets of opportunity and engage them like so. I have 2 torps, yeah. So I'll see if there's any large fish, and if I can, I'll sink them. But if not, we'll have to leave it as so. I'll probably have to spend 2 torpedoes on the biggest fish, but otherwise we'll just complete our patrol. Okay. Right, let's accelerate time, and then go from there. I need to catch up with them, actually, so I need to surface the boat again. Fellow me lad, get yourself on the radio room, just in case there's any commands coming in. Hopefully there's nothing.
Kapitän. Wechseln auf Dieselmotor.
Switching to the diesels. Did I put you on the radio? Come on. No commands from the Admiralty at this point. Oh, fuck.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloy.
Now that's a bother. Contrail spotted. There's an aircraft buzzing me. Skipper, get yourself up on the roof. We might bag ourselves a fish here. Get yourself on the flak. Let's see whether we get engaged. Will he come for us? Oh yeah, he's on approach. Alright. Get yourself on the listening room. Get yourself some help. Captain, up on the flak. There's aircraft coming in. We've got to deal with them. All ahead full. Right. Manage the diesel engines, please, Nemeth. Release him. We need a head full. Come on, Nemeth. Alarm. Elf, come down here. Switch us to emergency running. Head full. There he is. Right, give me manual control. Oh, he's coming in. Come on, Skipper. Come on, a head full. Oh, this guy's going to be nasty. Come on, Skip, get him. Turn the rudder, turn the rudder. Bombs away. Oh, that one's going to sting. Right, okay. 2 sailors in a critical state. We've got 2 leaks on board. Okay, we're on emergency power here. 2 leaks. Forward. Right, crew to battle stations. Well, not battle stations, but get some first aid going. Elf, what can I get you doing? You guys, I need you fixing these holes in the hull here. Nemeth, I need you on this one. And I need you on this one. Go, go, go. Looks like the main power's out. Which is an interesting conundrum, so it is. How are we doing on hitting that target there? We haven't hit him once yet. Come on, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
Elf, get yourself down the rear. Run the compressor in case we need to dive. Thank you very much there, Eternal. It's pitch black in here at the moment. Can I get them using their flashlights? I think so. There you go, they've got their flashlights on. Start getting water out of there. Guys are doing a good job repairing. Go on, Captain's getting some hits finally. He's getting his bead. Oh yeah, Captain's getting some good hits. Right, turn us in the direction of this convoy. Change course. Come on, Skipper, get him. Oh God. Come on now. Leak is fixed, that's fine. That's fine. 25 XP for the both of yous. You guys are all on bilge, which is fine. Power distribution board. I need one of you to work on this. Fix the power distribution board. Come on, Herto, how are we doing? He's nearly gone. He's nearly gone. One last spray, Herto, come on. That it? That it? Come on. Brilliant. Sunderland shot down. Fantastic. Right. Power distribution board is being fixed. Once it's fixed, we'll be alright. Alright, Skipper. Come down off the roof. Go down and see what the damage is down there. God, it's weird being in a submarine without power. Jesus Christ, this is haunting. Power distribution board. Quite a lot of water here. They did a good job of fixing the leak.
Erledigt. Schaden repariert.
There we go. Backup power's back on. Good. Just need these guys to bucket water. Good job, lads. Suddenly Monstrum. Yeah. Like a horror game now. Right. That's fine. But just imagine it. That's Elf. Grabbing buckets of water from the bilge. Absolutely fine. Cypher. Good lad. Nemec just pushing past there, that's fine. Alright. Couple of crew are still in an injured state. Where is he? He's over here. Get on this guy, please, for us, fellow me lad. Get over here and heal him up. We've got a minute and 48 to look after him. Elf, quickly run the bilge pumps for me. Brilliant. Right. Good stuff. First aid being performed on him. He's going to be out for the rest of the mission, as is Mr. Vogel there. There's quite a few crew that are injured, but we should be able to run without them. Okay, let's just keep getting the water pumped out. Did a good job though, to be fair. Commendments to the crew. They got straight on that repair. Did a good job. Just got to get all that water out of the bilge there. And we'll stay running as fast as we can. Good lads. Very good lads. Gotta let those bilge pumps keep running. Looks like little bits of water are flooding back here. So we'll get those out as well. Just because the bilge pumps are struggling to get all the water out, but that's fine. We just need to get it out of the forward compartment. I like it that the rear compartment where the crew is floods before the captain's compartment does. It's like, yeah, so by design, I imagine. There we go, last few buckets of water are coming out here now. 1.7 cubic meters of water. Absolutely fine. We'll let Sean come to the radio station now once he's dropped off his bucket of water. There he is. Brilliant, Sean. Come to the radio room, please. Brilliant stuff. Wet feet for sure. We'll radio in our shot down Sunderland if we can. There we go. 4,000 credits in the bank. Another Sunderland from Her Majesty's Navy. That is the Sunderland there. Nothing we can do about it. Just got to wait for everything to get moving. Discipline is down because of fatigue, but the Sunderland is gone, so that's a great one. Buoyancy is back to 100%, which is perfect. Cypher, what are you up to? He's just repairing this door from the looks of it. Nemitz, you still pumping water out, are you? I think Nemitz taking care of the water. Should be alright. Not as many crew to dish around now. Like I say, this guy's out for the count. Did we get any other injuries? No. Just Felix Schmidt. He is totally out from the looks of things, from the damage he took. Everybody else is doing kind of okay. Why is he T-posing? I thought, sir, in the perspective of that, I thought there was a dead guy, like, under the bunk. Oh, God. Turn off the red lights, it's not nighttime or submerged, it's true. I'll do that in a moment. Elf, come and kill the red light running for us. Brilliant. There we go. Doing well to get the water out of the bilge pumps here, or out of the bilges, which is nice. Only very small amounts of water in the different compartments here, which is fine. Yep, just got to get it all out there, which is great. Nemeth there is completing that repair. Once Nemeth's completed the repair... What repair is he doing? Where is Nemeth? Oh, he's running up. He's repairing something forward. Not sure what he's repairing. Some kind of junction box. What needs to be done, so let's rock and or roll then. Let's move up this way. And let's see if we can't intercept that convoy. Repair complete. Right, Nemeth, let's get you on the diesels with a bit of help. We're going to get top speed going. Captain will get you down off the roof and get you on navigation so that Elf can sleep. There we go, just so we don't lose our position. Just got to get away from that Sunderland and then we'll be underway. Which is fine. 8 o'clock at night on the western approaches. Aircraft's there. No issue. The short Sunderland. No worries. Right. Let's see here. Gotta just get out of the area of effect. Which is great. We're going to go ahead flank. Let's get... Oh. Another one. Right, okay, Captain, you know the drill. Alright, we'll get Elf on this one. Elf, get up there, use the flak. We're going to prep to crash dive. I'm going to try and get away from it. Yeah, I'm going to try and crash dive. Come on, come on, come on. Get over here and spin these. There you go, Elf's doing it, Elf's doing it. Come on. Down, down, down. Is he coming in on us? Hard to know. Come on, get the bubble off the boat. Buoyancy's going down. Where is he? He's over there. He's engaging us. We're going to get away from him. There he is. He's over there. Radio in our aircraft spot. And he comes. Dive, dive, dive. Give me full right rudder. And he comes. Down, down, down. Right, okay. Cypher, here. Get on the depth steers, quickly. Elf, quickly, here. Blue light. Oh, fuck. Okay, a little bit of damage, but we managed to get away from the bulk of that. Rear torpedo tube is out. That's fine. We can live with that. Nemeth, leave it. Get on the electrics. Nemeth, leave it. Nemeth, leave it. Get on the electrics. Jesus, we just got away from that. Okay, he positively has to repair the stern torpedo tube. I can't tell him otherwise. Okay, fair enough. Well, we're down. I think we managed to avert the worst of that with our turn to port. I think that was starboard, actually. We were going right. Alright. Oh, we're getting absolutely harassed by aircraft. Can't blame them, though. Just weld that up for us. Make sure there's no flooding, I guess. Make it safe. Right. Good choice to get Fellow Me Lad on the depth steers so quickly, just because it allows him to control our rate of sink a little bit more closely. Down here we're pretty much at 150 meters. Reasonably below what that Sunderland can reach. Although now the Sunderland doesn't know exactly where we are, so we'd just be guessing. What else needs repairing? Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you fixing? There's still something forward that's broken? What's forward that's broken? Oh, you're back over here at this weird junction box. Apparently there's something broken in the bow torpedo room. I don't know what it is, but it's interesting. I think we're going to stay down here. We're going to run like this. Current depth. We're going to have issues with discipline in a while. Okay, back in travel mode. Aircraft has moved away. Take us up to periscope depth, and then we'll check what's above us. There you go. Cypher giving the command. They're using the electric dive controls to take us up to the surface. Brilliant. Let's go. Captain, get yourself some rest here. We'll get Elf on navigation for the meantime. Brilliant. Looks like we're clear all around. Let's come up to the full surface then. Discipline's back up, which is great. Awesome. Back up to the surface. Let's get Nemit here, or let's get Elf to change us back to white light running. Let's get Nemit to run the electric compressor, or the diesel compressor for a minute. There you go. Absolutely fine. Right then. Cypher, just get yourself some rest for the minute. There's not a fat lot going on. Very late night. Now our convoy's somewhere around here. Just got to be mindful of it. Let's dip back down to periscope depth here, just briefly, while we track our convoy. Just wanted to make good time on the surface, which is fine. Not too bad. Yeah, so far it's going okay. No real complaints as of the minute, which is grand. Okay. So yeah, there's a large convoy somewhere out ahead of us. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do to them if I find them, but if it's like, if there's a juicy target, like a battleship or something, I'll take it. Ooh, Eternal, here's to the new bear cave. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, that's very kind. Awesome, thank you. Right. So yeah, we're going to go down to periscope depth here. We're going to use the hydrophone, and we're going to try and figure out where this convoy has gone. Whenever they're ready. They will dive in their own time. Cypher? We'll be alright. Okay, Sean, tell me what you can hear on the hydrophone here. Take someone with you. And let's really have a listen. Bring us down to a head 1/3. Just so we've got a clear solution. Right. New contact, propeller noise. So we've missed them. Do I go for this? I think there's not much point in me trying to go for this. Maybe I should intercept these guys here. What do we think? Intercept these guys instead? Because they're coming right for me. I think that one's a missed opportunity. I'll be chasing them down. Red light, it's dark now. For some reason, Splee, it doesn't change it. Like, I know that it's dark, or it was dark. But apparently the only time you need to be in red light is if you're in combat. The game doesn't penalise you in any way for being red light at night, like you should be. I think we should go for the smaller fleet and then see what this is. Okay. What we'll do then, we've got an intercept course locked in. We're going to surface the boat, and we're going to run to that target. Give me a head standard. Up we come. Cypher, come on. Be a good lad. And then our last two T1 torpedoes could be used on them. Just check for me, Sean, that there are no other commands coming in. Up we go. Radio La Rochelle. I suppose we could put it on. Gibraltar. Oh god. Right, well, the radio's on. Let's see here. Oh, yep, you'll have to forgive the hammering. It's like someone knocking on the hull. It's haunted. Oh, Jesus. I didn't really... It's literally like the other side of the wall that they're doing the construction work. Hopefully it doesn't come across too badly in the stream. Right then, so our intercept is over there at a decent old speed. Go for a smaller group. I lack torpedoes. Yeah, that's the real issue, isn't it? Right. Let's go over here. Jesus, try not to sink. Right. So apparently our group is going to be somewhere around here. Right. Oh, new detection. Transports. 1, 2, 3 of them. We are ahead. Let's dive then. Periscope depth. We'll send our report. Bring us down to a head 2/3. Take us down to PD. And we'll intercept from here. We can hear it. Oh, for God's sake. I didn't think... this is the first time that the hammering started. I suppose, yeah, it'd just be just my luck. The hammering and then the power drilling. The sledgehammering of corrugated metal. Knocking ASMR, that's it. Someone really wants to come in. Ah, I didn't think... maybe it wouldn't pick it up. But apparently it's happening just on this wall here. Hopefully whatever they're doing will be done in a minute. Bloody typical. Right, so these are the merchant ships that we're here to engage. So we've got to swing round and deal with them. Take us down, please. Visibility of ours is dropping. Here comes the drilling! For fuck's sake. Do not... I've never known a mermaid use a power drill. Thank you. Do me a favour. We might actually have to... I think we're going to call this there, but I think we're going to have to call that there. I'm just going to cup the microphone ever so slightly. Just pretend it's an it's an A10 Warthog strafing the submarine. Oh, that's a shame. I called it. I literally called it. What the fuck is going on? Some workers outside. Apparently the neighbours are having some work done today. It's nice of them to choose Monday rather than the weekend. But yeah, there's apparently some construction work going on next door. It looked like a kitchen light fitting, so I didn't think there'd be any work going on upstairs, but maybe they're just doing loads of stuff. So I'm going to have to, I think I might have to can the stream here, because, I don't know, I think I might have to, I don't know. We'll go for a little bit longer, we'll see if the drilling comes back, but yeah, if it starts to get much worse, then yeah, I'll have to kick it in the tin. It's fine, it's not fine. Well, it's okay, we can handle it, it's not that bad. Okay. If it's not that bad, let me know if it gets incessant, and I'll call it there. But yeah, we'll stay with it for a minute. These guys are moving towards me, which is great. Okay, so who's on what optic here? Let's get the captain on the observation... no, the attack periscope for the captain. Sean needs to go and rest, because he's knackered. So we'll get Elf on the hydrophone, and we'll get him to engage like that. Cypher here, can you warm up those torpedoes for us? Thank you. Should be alright. Brilliant. Right. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to run to about here. There we go. Now this is like more traditional of how submarines used to engage. Like merchant ships, they used to get right up close to them, and then send a couple of things like this. I'm going to make sure that we don't broach too badly. Alright. Okay, we'll wait for them to get like a little bit further ahead of us. All stop. And let's send it like now. Yeah, right now. I think. We'll get these two. The Empire Lord and the Empire Lizard. That will get it like there. And then we'll send it like this. Right. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually get any solutions, did I? That would have been worth doing. Get a solution on him, 69%, and then Herto get a solution on him. Should be happening nice and quickly. That's alright. Yep, solutions are growing very nice because they're so close to us. Absolutely fine. 85% will do. And 88%. Okay, we'll service target B first. Target B, ready. Preheating, ready. And fire tube 3 very shortly. Tube 2 will be ready to go in literally a hot minute. Pun intended. So it should be fine. Tube, fire. Firing tube 3 at target B. We close that, and then we come on to target A here, which is Elf. We open up the torpedo computer, flood tube 2, and then we'll fire this immediately. Both targets should hit at exactly the same time.
Bis Torpedoeinschlag. Rot
Fire.
fertig.
Brilliant.
30 Sekunden.
No time to avoid these. Right. Bring us up to the surface. Give me a head 1/3.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 20 Sekunden.
This one's going to be a glorious hit. Oh, torpedoes detected. Nothing they can do about it. Didn't quite blow his back off. It's caused a fire, a big fire. They're probably going to radio for an SOS. No skin off my nose. In it comes. That is a very big fire. They're knocking on the hull. They're trying to get in. There's probably gonna be more hammering and more drilling very shortly. He's obviously hammering like a guide hole, and then he's drilling, which is fantastic, isn't it? Right, so this really big fire is starting to sort of burn out of control here. That's an enormous blaze on the centre of the ship. This one here, no fire, barely any flooding. So this is going to be our target then. Let's get Elf off of the hydrophone and get him up to the deck gun. Get him some support here. Should be